Good. Alright, welcome back. So I just need to check my Java version because for some reason the default is 51 and I like to run 211 at the moment. I'd like to just get the latest. The thing is, like the Java version thing, is I know that Oracle are like thinking of charging for it, but I imagine there'll be some special. Good. So, yeah. And there's also a new launcher today, so that was why I wanted to check. Because, yeah. New launcher is okay, so that's cool. Hi Neutron, how you doing? And, yeah, everything's basically fine. So, last time we established, right, that this does not work in a command block. The reason for this is kind of like, it could be something to do with the executing entity, but even though this is bad, there may be a way around it, but I'm not that interested in the way around it, purely because I can still achieve this effect of deleting the MPC. So it's not necessarily like such a big deal. And remember, I could always just TP this NPC somewhere else, or I could just kill the NPC directly and have it. You see, what I'm saying, right? I could put the respawn. I still don't really know what this one means, right? Naturally on the respawn. But you see, if I did respawn no, what it means is I could TP. I could simply do a quick TP, simply kill the NPC. Probably make it so that the NPC is not going to have any problems dying or make any noise or whatever. Isn't there something to do with that? Basically, I just want to TP it somewhere else and then just kill the NPC. That way I should just be able to respawn it from the clone. Yeah. So what I can do, right, is if there's gonna be noise on the killing of the NPC, we're gonna have to try and do this. There is, like I say, there is a way that I could do it so that because you recall, right, that if you look in there's ways you could do it, right? If you look in here, right, I could potentially do it on a scoreboard. I could do a command block that would set a scoreboard value. And basically, like, or I could even do it like for the quest of the dialogue. And I could, because with quests, right, you can do. Well, take it from me, right? You can basically select. You could run commands, real commands, with using quests. So I could get it so that. Because the reason this doesn't work, right, is that the executing entity is a command block, and it doesn't like it. The fact that a command block is executing it. It would work if you did it with a command with a like an actor executing the command. But I think my initial plan, just TP it away, turn respawn off, kill the NPC. That way I'll be able to. Way the resetting ability will be quite simple. Okay. So yeah, so we're going to have to change that. But this possibly, the thing is, you still won't really understand why I'm doing all this until quite a bit later. But it will once you see the effect that I'll get from it, it's going to be really, really reliable and really repeatable, resettable. So it will all make sense then. Okay. So we have this character here. We don't want this to be. We want this to be no role, no job. Okay. So if we run, so I think like I can still run this command like from the command line. It's not a huge problem, right? So yeah. I mean, of course, if we want to get another one. What's the syntax kit? I've forgotten it already. It was from yesterday. Isn't that the syntax? Ugh. Shame you don't remember the syntax. Do you remember what? Do you happen to remember what the syntax I did yesterday was for this? Because I find it difficult to. Oh no, it's spawn. That's right. Yeah. There it is. All right, so we're gonna have to remove this because it doesn't work. So there's no point in that being there. And we can run the scene and we can delete it, right? And the thing is, right, this will always work, this, because we're spawning it from the actual storage. One of the reasons why you want to do this is because sometimes with NPCs, if I just TP this guy over somewhere else, that's a very... Neil Armstrong's not an alien, Neutron. If you just TP that over, you never know what will happen, right? It could despawn. But if we always execute our spawning commands after the player is standing in the chunk... Oh yeah, you do. Yeah. If you're interested in... that's an interesting topic. You may also be interested in something called this. This is something which is very interesting. It's called a palindrome. So for instance, there's various things like names, and if you write them backwards and forwards, it's the same thing. I'm trying to think of what ones I can think of. There are some long ones. I will tell you this in a minute. I don't want to tell you what it is, but I'm going to type it in the chat so you can see what it is. There is a good one. Oh yeah, that one's a normal. That one's quite a popular one. So you see they're the same forwards and backwards. That's more... There is actually a... you can also think of like... often there's ones which have got multiple vowels in the middle. Yep. Yeah, often it's like four, like, for instance, if you think of two vowels in the middle... trying to think. Oh, you studied about that. That's cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I can tell you something else. There is another thing, but I can't remember. It's a little bit more obscure. But anyway, I'm going to try to. Yeah, some people I think even try to write longer stories. If you're doing creative, there's lots of different ways to do creative stuff. I will speak about it more, but I'm just trying to focus on this for a moment. Okay. So, what we need to do is we need to make sure that this NPC dies, right? Once it finishes its scene. Because once we finish the scene, right? So what it means, right, is we're going to have to essentially... It's going to TP, it's going to do its scene. So imagine there could be any number of actions in this scene, right? And then another point, we need to move it somewhere else. Because we don't want it to be... Iron Man is female? Really? You know what is really cool that you may like? And it's not popular, but it's actually far better than most of the modern stuff. I don't know if I've got the name right. Yeah, this is the real one. Iron Giant. Iron Giant. In fact, I think Iron Giant is actually the real Iron Man. I'm not that knowledgeable about it. Is it by Ted Hughes? Oh, it is by Ted Hughes. Yeah, Ted Hughes is a very famous poet. And he was married to someone called Sylvia Plath, who was also a very famous poet. And they were just like really, yeah, really good stuff. Okay. Pretty, well, they're not my favourite poets, to be honest, but they're not bad. They're not bad. Okay, Right, let's try and focus on this though. The symbol of I in this period is FE. Yeah, it's a film. You can watch Iron Giant if you ever want a film to watch. It's made in 1999. It's produced by. It's a real like amazing film. That like really good. It's like a properly good film. That. And I don't really like this sort of stuff, but it is like it's one of the best films you'll ever see. Okay. The symbol of I in the periodic table is Fe, and man can be said as male. Then iron male. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. That is a good way of looking at it. Yeah, I mean Iron Giant. No, I said that's what I said. Iron Giant. Yeah. I didn't mean Iron Giant. I said Iron Giant, didn't I? Oh, I see what you mean. I wrote Glant. No, I think I just wrote a capital I actually. But anyway, hi there, Chris. How you doing? Okay, so what I've said, we need to at the end of this. So here, what we're going to do then is we don't actually need to do a test for here. Now I think about it. Yeah. All we're going to do is for this. The way to look at it is this. In A1, so by about 7 seconds, I think we can do this, right? Because I would like to make this, because we have to do this a lot, basically. So let's see what happens if I just do that. I just want to see this. Yep. Are we happy with that? Yep. I think we can use the relative to coordinates like that. I'm not too bad, Chris. Thanks. Let's do. So we're going to go for a scene reset here. Okay. I just want to go. What's going on there? Interesting. It doesn't seem to work though. It's not going to matter. I just want to check. Right, so that's the normal path. Yeah. I'm trying. It's about storytelling, basically, Chris. I'm trying to get it to work. Like it's creating NPCs basically. But for me, it's like For me, it's more about storytelling. Okay, it doesn't matter though. Yeah, that didn't seem to work actually. I wonder if I can. Sometimes I can't remember what the rules are with the relative coordinates here. We might need a. So we'll just do the same coordinate. Or did I do? Maybe no, it's alright. 60, 39. Okay. I don't know why it said unknown scene there for a minute. Oops. There you are. Alright. So basically, we need to kill the NPC once it's in a place where you can't hear it. So that's fine, right? I'm surprised it's not dying already. So basically, it doesn't die from suffocation damage, the NPC. No problem, though. We're going to put the command bottle right here, and we should really do this. Kill at E. And we can actually even just make sure we know what the name is. Right? This is it's sort of like not the best solution, this, but okay. So kill at E name equals Ankin. Yeah. Cool, right? There may be a way to do. Why is that not? Why is that like that? Huh. Sorry, one sec. That is a little bit odd. Why can't I kill it? Yeah, I don't want... I set it to no. Isn't there not a way to make it disappear more quickly? Okay, let's try this again. Cool, dude. Okay. Oh, you might want to actually get the NPC. So let's get the NPC back. What? Huh. Maybe I will have to try the thing I said at the beginning then. I didn't think that was going to happen. No, it will be like a proper RPG Neutron. It just depends how long it takes me to do it. If it takes me till like 2 or 3 months, I may have to stop. But I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can. But there's things I have to work this out. There's no choice, right? It's not going to be a movie or anything. It would just be a map, like an RPG map. But that is problematic. Alright, we're going to have to do it differently then. I thought it'd be easy to do that. I wonder if I can get it back at this point. Why is it saying respawn yes still? It's because I'm not saving it, right? Yeah, so I keep on respawning the one which I haven't saved. But once the problem is, right, is I'm stuck in a loop now with this. Because if I change it to no, it would just despawn, and then I want to save it, and I won't be able to because it's despawned. Okay. See you later, Ankin. Doesn't matter. This is why we test it first, right? Okay, we're going to have to try a new one. Call this Tom. Oh, dear. Okay. So again, we're not going to use this. I don't know what the rules are with the scene business, but it'd be one. I wish I could remember what I... You know what, I'm just going to quickly see if I can just find out what I put in the scene here. It's just going to be easier for me just to see the... Actually, it might not be easy. I just want to see if I can scroll through... Is that it? You know what the problem is? I'm looking at the stream. I can't even see what I'm writing on the screen because the text is completely blocking it. Well, I maybe should move the text box over to the other side. Might be easier. Because I can't even remember what the coordinates are. -2, 88, 31. Let's try that. Can I do no sound? Can I just remove it? Okay. What does this mean? Okay. Return to start. No. I want to just try and get rid of as much stuff as I can because this is just it's just a vassal, this thing. Okay. Good, good. Let's have a look. We're going to save this guy now to here. Okay. Okay. Now, let's kill this guy, see what happens. Better. Better. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's really good. Right. So this way we can TP the NPC. Yes. Okay, sorry. I know it sounds silly to be that happy about that. But you see, it basically means, right, I'm in a position now. Just to illustrate this, right? I can keep on doing this, right? This is what I want, right? And by deleting, right, what it means is that at any point I can then run this, and I can run the command, the spawning command, on whatever I want, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. I would like to be able to get the. If I do, I think if I did, I may not want to do this like. But you see, if I do this, right? Oh, it still tells me that. Oh, it's because. Do you see what I did there? The point is, Neutron. The point is that if I TP the NPC, right? Okay, let me just. Shall I just write in a book what my plan is, right? I'll write in a book because it's difficult. I can't even. I find it difficult sometimes to vocalize. I'll just write down this. This is the vision, right? I'll tell you the vision, right? This is what I'm doing this for, right? Okay. Just so you understand, okay? Because sometimes it's just easier for me just to type stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll tell you this is so this is what, and I'll use the, you know, the we had Frank the parrot. Frank the parrot wanted John to get a new pet, right? Okay. And in the game, you will pick up the pet, the baby, and return it to Frank. Okay, so I don't know if you understand this, right? This is difficult to explain, but I think that's quite a good explanation, right? When Frank says to John, "I want a parrot," it is John that gives him the parrot. But in the game you're playing, right? You obviously get the parrot for Frank. It's not John doing it, but Frank but the player doesn't exist in the game world, right? Okay, so why do I need to TP the NPCs, right? So now we'll deal with that. Okay, we'll just put. Why do I need to TP the NPCs? Okay, I need to TP them. Well, it's not actually even an RPG because you don't play a role. There will be many quests, right? There will be many quests to overcome. One such. Just give me a second here. I need to go back. One such. Okay, we're just going to call them Frank and John. To retrieve an item, there's got many different keys, right? Okay. So one of the items you need to go. Frank needs John to go to the Jungle Temple, the Ocean Monument, and the Stronghold, right? Okay, so to do this, and to be able to visualize the camera movement with aperture, sorry if this is boring to you, but I'm just telling you. To be able to do the visualize, we need, because the thing is, right, if we're following with the camera, sorry, let me just try and write it. To do this and to be able to visualize the, you can't change your spelling mistakes, that's super annoying. Let me just okay, we must follow the NPC using aperture for the camera, right? However, when yeah, Frank believes that John. This is very important in storytelling, Neutron. Is that we don't want to say, because the thing is, when we hear about a story, right, it's about characters and doing things, right? But the way that they tell stories nowadays in games is it's just like you are the hero. Like for instance, you know, like the Legend of Zelda, Link, that's basically you, right? Link goes to rescue Zelda, but it's not Link rescuing Zelda. It's you, right? This is like, so this is really not you. You just do the quests, but all the action is the characters. They're working together. You're an unknown force, like driving the characters. Do you understand? It's not, or like Mario. Mario rescues the princess, but in fact, it's you, the player. This is really designed not to be that at all. And you see the advantage is that there could be other people who need quests, and then we're them as well. We play as them as well. Okay, but anyway, the exact point. However, when we teleport custom NPCs over long distances, there can be issues with chunk loading, right? So this is the problem that I've come up. There are solutions, such as but many of these still suffer from reliability issues, right? So this is the problem. This is what I've been doing for ages, right? Okay, so yeah, basically, yeah. It's basically, yeah, it's sort of like that. But by doing this, you see, it makes it better to be able to, yes, that's a good way to put it, Neutron, actually. We'll leave it at that. That's quite clear. But you see, this way we can have lots of different characters, but it still gives the player something to do, right? It's not just a movie where the actors are acting. The actors are it's basically the best of both worlds. The actors are acting in the movie, but you're still playing a fun game, right? So if John goes out and kills 10 skeletons, Frank will say, "Well done, John. You've killed all these skeletons. You're great." It won't be about the player, but it'll be Frank telling John that. Do you understand? So, and this way that we can have many different characters, and it's like it's a different way to tell stories. That is not how people do it. Okay, so anyway, the solution to the chunk loading okay, so the way to get around these problems with chunk loading is what we saw about this clone storage, right? Okay, so each actor, in fact, never teleports anywhere. Okay, so this is very important, right? The player is always there first, right? So this is how it works, right? We start up the scene. So one of the main advantages of the clone storage format is that all scenes are preserved within it, right? So what this means, right, is that we could run any scene we want from a clone. So this is really useful, right? So we can put a clone and we can run a different scene each time. By ensuring we only spawn the clone at the moment let's make that really clear. I'm not going to say eliminate. You know what, I will. I think it does. I think it does, right? I may be wrong about this. But you see, this is the basic point, right? Yeah, I wonder what this... Sorry, let me just see what this looks like to you. It's difficult, right? Should I just type... I know what you mean. It's a little bit... Okay, I don't know how to do that. But that's basically it anyway. There's nothing really more to it than that. This is a bit... I can't edit the text, unfortunately. I would, because it's not very well written. Normally I edit text like this. Yeah. Pretty simple what I've said there. Anyway. Okay. Oh, where... Sorry. Just give me a second. I've accidentally moved away from the right page here. Yeah, I don't know how to clear the text. Sorry. I could move it, actually. I could move the box, maybe. I just put it over there. What happens then? We might put it over there for now. See what happens. Okay. So. Yeah. So we've got this to work pretty nicely, right, with this. So what it means is that we can essentially... yeah. I think the general idea is... We're just going to take this guy, actually. Can I not just... I thought I could press I on these things. Uh-oh, what's happened? Oh, you know what it is? I didn't change the controls for this. Pick block. Where is pick block? I. Okay, so that should have... You see, if you go to this now... what's the button? It doesn't actually tell me that. That's weird. Is this not a... That's weird, isn't it? I thought it did that. I don't know why that's happening. Let me just... I want to just see what the text looks like where I've just moved it to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what I could do is... I'm just... Well, I can't really do that, but I can change the size of the box. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Oh, man. I need to... I can't... I'm not going to do that now. It's not... to be honest... It's I can't. I need to go back to the website. I really want to. I really like to make some progress. It's more important to me. Unfortunately for you, Neutron, it's more important to me than I only played Minecraft a certain period of time. I can't focus on that too much. Okay. I mean, I could always just delete it, but I kind of like having it there. You are right though. 5 or 7 would be better. I'll look into it in a minute, or at some other point. Okay. So what do we have here? Cool. So all the stuff is saved, right? So that's cool. So we'll go here. Let's go back into the scenes. I can't even remember what these numbers are. Okay, starting position. We'll make the starting position over here. -2, 88, 30. No, I'm not going to have it there, dude. -2, 88, 30. Okay. Let's do 88, 30. We'll do move to... I could do with... there's another mod I need to install, really. We'll move over here. -2, 88, 40. Okay. And then we'll do a -2, 78, 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, it's the last one. I feel doing radius equals 2 is better for performance. Scene. Damn it. One of these days I'll get the Y values right. That was because he already TP'd, that's why. Where'd he go? What? Oh, he's moved too far away. It shouldn't really make much difference, right? That is going to be a problem. Wait. Did I do it? Did I do command block output false yet? No. Let's just try that for now. Shouldn't tell me that. Good. Does this command work? I assume it does, right? Okay, see you later, buddy. Perfect. I wonder why it says that. It probably means I can just go straight into start B1. What? What's going on? Oh, of course. I didn't do the clone stamper. We're going to remember this, aren't we? Jeez. Still, I might be able to actually just pick up the numbers here. There we go. I've got them. Pause. Right, you in there now? That's exactly what I'm about to do. Okay. What was interesting is you could tell he was dying even before. Huh. Why does it look like he's dying already? Not quite, actually. If it was a slower clock, but I don't really want to do that. Can I just do a start B1 here or not? I'm just not sure there's any like thing different. Like if we just got a new guy like this. No, you still want the reset. Yeah, yeah. For some reason it's not running it. That is a weird one. Looks alright though, right? Okay. So we're in good shape at this point, right? So we need to really see if this is going to work properly. I'm tempted just to have the kill command there. I mean, the thing is, right, we do have a repeating block there, so we could do something with the player as well. I'm not sure if that's the place to do it, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Do I really want to be TPing the... Nah, it's not really... I could do a test for... I mean, he's doing test 4 here, like... If I put in a command there, why don't it just do it the whole time? No. So we're basically at 040. Let's go to 1040. Will that work? Might do. It might go a bit quick. We'll try it anyway. I think it's to do with the arrows. It must be that was why this one doesn't work. But then when you do that, it doesn't work either. Maybe I don't know why that is, to be honest. I really don't. But anyway, it's something really basic. Say what? Oh, of course. Sorry. One of these days I'll figure out some of these very basic things I get wrong. You can't do that. You have to have this. Thing is, if we made it nearer, we wouldn't need to make it quite like this. Doesn't really matter what it is. Okay. What? That is making no sense to me at all. How is that possible? It must be to do with the arrows on this stuff. Where am I? I always forget about the rules for this. Did you just do it so quickly that it didn't even have a pulse, or what? Looks that way, doesn't he? We might have to ruin this plan then. Doesn't really matter. That was actually something which I only just thought of recently. Okay. I think it just happens too quickly, that's the problem. So what we'll do instead is we'll do test 4 in here. No. Yeah, because this at least you get more time. With that, it's like you get no time. I might even do a little bit of a gap. Yeah, I think we still need to do the gap. There's still there are things that haven't really changed that much with this setup, but maybe the gap doesn't need to be quite so long here. Just a couple. And I'm going to leave the command block output on true for now, because I'd like to actually see it come through. Okay, so this should be a little bit better. See, the advantage is we don't need to have one of these. I don't know if it's a big deal. We'll see. And we'll have a U over here. What have we got in there? Nope. Should be one here. This is just testing anyway. No, to be honest, I can't do that. There's different ways to set this up as well, aren't there? Where is he? Really? That's disappointing if that doesn't work. Why on earth wouldn't that work? What? I think this is more to do with command blocks not working than anything else. I really don't want to do that actually. It could be because there's one standing right on top. Well, we'll see. It's disappointing to see that happening. But again, it might be something I'm doing wrong this time. Oh, that's funny. That's an interesting way to look at it. I wasn't actually expecting that to happen. That's actually really nice there. What's happened here? Oh, yeah, it's going to stay. He's not going to be there. I guess it happened too quickly, the TP. Yeah, I think so. You see that? It did actually do that. It's very. This is like where how close it is. What I kind of like though is that it doesn't look like it's that. Like, think about this. It's only like 1.6 seconds. There's going to be 2 more and we're done. But we can get it quite nice that we can get fairly solid timings on that. Perfect timing. Okay. Some good progress today then. That timing is really pretty quick. There's not many repeaters needed for that. And everything is immediately resettable, which is super nice. There was that one problem, but I think that may. I'm not sure. I really am not sure that is going to be a problem. It may be wishful thinking, but either way, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching.